Hello from my sunroom in Chicago, Illinois. My name is Jackie Hudman, and I'm pleased to present to you our case study. I'm here with two of my colleagues and co-presenters. We have Charlie Lahr and Mark Hopkins. We also have a customer, Mike Zenti, in the corner. He'll be talking to us from Portland, Oregon. But we want to focus on two of our inkjet solutions. One is the B1 aqueous-based product called the NS40, which is in beta test site in Shinwa, which is a company located outside of Tokyo. And then we'll be hearing from a longtime Komori customer, Premier Press. But before we get into that, I want to give you just a very brief background on Komori. So Komori's about ready to hit a major milestone. In 2023, we'll be 100 years old. And hopefully by 2023, we won't even remember the word COVID. But it's just important to note in those 100 years, Komori has stayed singularly focused on print and the evolution of print. And throughout those 100 years, we've also been very closely held. We're a publicly traded company on the Nikkei, but very much closely held by the Komori family, which has actually been good because they've always had an eye on the vision of future of print, but they've also simultaneously have been very conservative on how they manage their company. And what has that led to? We're not the largest press manufacturer in the world, but we're certainly the strongest press manufacturer in the world. And what this means to you and to us is that we can invest in very troubling times like the ones we're living through, continue to invest in streamlining our manufacturing process, invest in expanding our global footprint, and also invest in R&D technology, which is what we're talking to you about today. Now, within the Komori Corporation, there's one word that emanates from the top all the way down the factory floor, and it's a word called kondo. And loosely translated, that means exceeding expectations. So that's exactly what we're hoping to do today, and hope you learn more about our company as we go through our presentation. Now, closer to home, Komori America Corporation is a wholly owned subsidiary of Komori Corporation. This building that you see on the PowerPoint was established in 1982. It's very close to O'Hare Airport in Rolling Meadows, Illinois. Within that building, we house and dispatch service, sales, parts. There's over $12 million of parts that reside in that building. In addition to that, we've got our Komori Graphic Technology Center, which is dedicated. Our primary reason for the KGC is education. So whether they're demonstrations or product training, product education on workflow, it is all done in this building, as well as we do quite a bit of R&D. Now I'm going to turn it over to Mark Hopkins, our VP of Packaging, so he can talk more about the product.
Thank you, Jackie. As Jackie mentioned, Komori has spent the last 98 years in print-focused innovation. This slide shows the different divisions within the print space that Komori plays. The first group is offset. Komori has led the industry in web and sheet fed designs that fit the packaging market with items like oversized cylinders, computer-generated make-readies, and automation packages. In fact, Komori won the Intertech Award for the first fully automatic plate changing system in the early 90s. We followed up with the Intertech Award for our LS design, and this year Komori won an Intertech Award for the GLX RP two-sided packaging press. This one-of-a-kind design allows value-added folding carton manufacturers to put an image or two on the inside of a carton without perfecting the sheet all in one pass. Komori also offers a high-end roll-fed packaging solution where we begin with a roll of board at one end and finish on the other end with a printed and die-cut card ready for a shipment box. One can combine offset, gravure, or flexo technologies with EB food-safe cured inks all on the same machine. Komori is one of two companies in the world that manufactures currency machines. We are working hard globally to grow our footprint in this highly secure printing space. One little-known division for Komori is our printed electronics. We are currently building machines that print very fine lines with conductive ink to process rigid and flexible electronic circuitry. This is very promising technology as we move towards interactive packaging. Komori has expanded our reach into print with the recent acquisition of MBO. In this packaging space, MBO offers a rotary die cutting technology that would apply to your short-run SKUs with bundling and a digital press. This leads us to why we're all here, the digital offerings. I'd like to turn this over to Charlie Lahr, our digital sales manager, that would like to take a deeper dive into the three technologies that we can assist you with in Inkjet. Take it away, Charlie.
Thank you, Mark, and welcome to everyone. We're here today to talk about the three different solutions that Komori has in the digital space. But let me give a little bit of background. As Mark mentioned, Komori has been dedicated to print for almost 100 years. And when they evaluated the digital technologies, they evaluated all of the different, whether it be liquid toner, dry toner, and they settled on Inkjet, and Inkjet in particular for the quality at a 1200 DPI, the reliability, the limited number of consumables, and the ability to control color, whether it be across the sheet, sheet to sheet, or job to job. Many of you probably on this call are familiar with the challenges that digital may offer in some of those arenas of being able to match color. So the reliability and the unmatched uptime were key tenets in their decision to use their 98 years of paper handling experience and put it together with inkjet technology. The other was substrate flexibility, that the ability not to have to pre-coat or prime sheets or specialty papers, being able to print on just about anything. And that's especially important in the packaging space, because as you print in packaging, whether it be SBS board, 24 point, or if you're just doing a liner, you want to be able to print what you have on your offset and be able to run that through and run it on your digital device as well. So we have three products here: the Impremia NS40, the Impremia IS29, and our partnership with Screen. All three of these devices incorporate the tenets that I described. Two of them are Intertech Technology Award winners, the Impremia IS29 as well as the Screen 520. Why Inkjet? As you can see from this slide, the studies show that the global market for inkjet technology is set to double from 2018 to over 109 billion in 2023. This is all, the market's already beginning to shift, and we're seeing it. People are accepting inkjet technology, and they realize it's the path forward. And it's not only black and white, and the biggest growth is actually coming from color. Color inkjet pages are growing exponentially. The first product that we're going to discuss today is the Impremia NS40. We're proud to say that we have our first beta. As you can see from the picture, Komori has built this technology with the console. It looks much more like a press. It's built on the nano inkjet technology, CMYK, or an optional OVG for expanded color gamut, so you can hit that wide range of Pantone spot colors that are necessary in the packaging space. There's an optional spec for an AQ or a UV coater, a double pile delivery, and also our PDF comparator. The speed is 6,500 sheets per hour, and you can see the spec on the thickness up to 0.8 millimeter, and it's a 29.5 by 41 inch sheet size. Taking a look under the hood, you can see this technology. This is a configuration with the 7 inkjet heads, so 4-color process plus the expanded color gamut. We have a pinning device, the ink zone, the drying zone, bringing in the printing substrate coming off of a blanket to an offset transfer. Unique to Komori is our unique registration control. We also have, as I said, the inspection system with the PDF comparator, so you're able to compare your pre-press file to the sheet that's coming off on the back end, so you can inspect the sheet to understand that you're actually getting what you had in pre-press all the way through. The double delivery for enhanced productivity, sheet rejection or a double capacity on your delivery, and a UV or AQ coating, expanded color gamut with the OVG, and also our KHS AI software, our advanced integration. So for those Komori customers that are used to the workflow like that. So our next, our beta site is Shinwa. They're a longstanding, they've been established in 1953, a customer in Japan, a high-end packaging POP printer, family owned, And their decision to go with the NS40 was the ability to match offset, doing short run versioning and personalization, the reduction of waste. They're very environmentally conscious. And one of the key things was their ability to eliminate doing any kind of lamination. So they really wanted to try to get away from the lamination, and the gloss factor of the ink off of the Nano was a key reason that they decided to go with the NS40. Now on to our next product. Whether you're a commercial printer or a packaging printer, we have the right device for you. Our next case study is Premier Press, but I wanted to talk a little bit about the IS-29. They were one of the early adopters of the IS-29. And some of the things about this: it's an LED curing. It's a 2329 format. The ability with the UV inkjet is that it allows you for instant curing, so getting through post-press, getting to post-press very quickly. And it also allows for being able to run a wide range of substrates. It also has a very wide color gamut, which is common with the inkjet technology. So even in 4-color process, you can hit about 90% of the Pantone spot color in Delta 3 or less. And once again, it's an open architecture, and it also incorporates the KHS AI workflow software. So a little history, a little background on Premier Press. Been in business for 45 years, 150 team members. They do a wide variety of things, commercial print, packaging. They do a lot of marketing, influencer campaigns. And here's a quick video of background on Premier Press.
So Premier Press is, we're headquartered out of Portland, Oregon. We have one facility, but it's deceiving because there's so many things underneath that facility. We're within about 180,000 square feet of manufacturing space. So pretty big. We have the ability to do a variety of technology, print technologies, offset, digital, wide format, all combined into one location. We've been in business a little over 40 years, about 140 employees. Wonderful. Many of them have a longer tenure. They've been through many changes, but they've enjoyed it. We keep going on executing those ideas. We're big in the retail graphics market. Portland is a hub for the sports apparel, running, shoe market. We have 2 large companies and a bunch of smaller companies in that area. We are a big company that promotes value and sells value to the client. So they have to have something uniqueness about theirs. They come to us because they want something a little different, a little wow, whatever we want to say. So that's a big part of our success there. We also do a lot of what I call creative production. So we have some specialty coatings, especially stocks run on this, and unique technology in the print world. So in all that fashion, we take all of that and combine it into something that we produce and execute on. And obviously, we're a good company. For us, from the standpoint of, say, print technology, we need to find ways to be able to do things quicker and be able to do shorter runs, more version, because those are the things that make the client excited, right? We chose the IS-29 probably for a variety of reasons. The biggest one, I think we like the UV ink technology. And I guess to summarize the advantages of that, I think it has better ink adhesion. Been pretty excited to bring the IS-29 in line for us from a business standpoint. So we did a marketing piece to send out to our clients, and we actually put it on 24-point instead of digital. And they go, whoa, that kind of is a game changer, right? Plus the fact it goes 2329. Now I can produce a bigger piece.
Well, it's kind of an eye-opening experience. When our clients first walk in here, because there's only a few of these in the United States, they ask a lot of questions. And after they see what it can produce, next to our proofing system, an exact color match, they're pretty impressed. Consistency is incredible. Our second job on the press was 144-page. Every page was a crossover, and there were no color adjustments throughout that whole job.
So we got a lot of clients call and says, well, hey, I got this project that I just wouldn't do before because it just wasn't practical from a cost standpoint. I can't print a 40-page tabloid marketing piece, but I only need 50 of them. And it's just with no solution. So we've done multiple projects of that fashion and it's, marketing is pretty amazing from what they can do in that standpoint. Be able to target and segment a very small group. Very excited about the quality. You can reprint digitally in a larger format. That's probably our biggest factors we had. We definitely have some clients that kind of gone away and have kind of come back saying, hey, we want to talk to you now again because we have this new technology.
We here at Premier feel that inkjet technology is the future. By going through the R&D process with Komori, seeing the durability versus the toner, it's bulletproof. Once it's printed, it can't be destroyed.
So we went down this path of the new inkjet technology with Komori because, you know, we've worked with them a long time. We've been with them in the offset world for, I think, about 20 years now. Been very happy with the company, been very great support. I mean, we knew it was going to be new technology. It could be some, you know, missteps, etc. But we had faith in Komori that they're going to find solutions for us. So we're excited about that standpoint. We're excited from the standpoint that we want them to be with us in 2020 when print is different, right? And so we're excited about that. And they're a great partner. Can't say more good things about them. You know, so much stuff going on the internet, so much sensory overload. How do we get a physical piece that generates excitement with those clients? So we'll be there with them. Don't know what that all may be, but we'll be there with them.
So as you can see from this slide, Premier has a long list of corporate customers that are very demanding on color and the flexibility that the IS-29 provides in being able to deliver the consistent color and the demanding needs of these customers. So today we have Mike Ziente, who is in the video from their initial install of the IS-29. They've experienced growth in the last couple of years with moving into the packaging space and POP. So at this time, I'd like to welcome Mike and have him share a little bit of his experience with IS-29. How are you, Mike?
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Komori, for inviting me to speak this morning about our IS-29. I can't believe it's been 3 years already, and we're still happy. We've gained a lot of benefits by putting the press on the floor. It's opened up a lot of doors to our existing clients and some future clients. So again, it's a pleasure.
Hey, Mike, could you, if you have a couple of samples, if you could just show some of the applications that the IS-29 has allowed you to get into and some of the opportunities?
Yeah. So I got four examples. I'm going to start with the smaller ones first and then get to the biggest one. Here's some sleeves for packaging. Some cannabis boxes. A little influencer box starring Lady Gaga. And probably this project was probably the biggest eye-opener since we had the press, which allowed us to go into different directions. We had a potential client that was printing on aluminum. There's 7 different PMS colors in there. You can see down the road, and including gold. We know we bought a 4-color press and we thought we can push the limits. So they gave us the can. I made 7 different channels of process. And the client signed off within 10 minutes. And I'm going to try to hold both of them together so you can see the color match. It's pretty incredible.
That is.
Nice
So
work,
if you
Mike.
could just quickly tell us a little bit about your experience with the 4-color process and being able to hit some of these expanded color gamuts.
Sure. Yes, or last week, as we get more experienced or have the press on our floor for a certain period of time, we keep pushing it more and more and more. So everybody was very proud of the last example I showed you guys. And we had a local artist last week come in, and he had a poster that he wanted to create from a cover from a sporting event. And on that cover, there were 11 different PMS colors. We separated all 11 colors, and the client came in and signed the first sheet. It was pretty impressive.
That is.
Wow.
That is. So overall, the color consistency that you see with the IS-29, it's definitely met your expectations, being able to match what you have off of your offset as well.
Correct. I've been doing this a long time, and I've never seen a printing press so consistent and accurate in color. We have no problem running parts of jobs on the IS-29 and the other part on the 40-inch, and there's never a color problem. The adhesion that comes off of the IS-29 surpasses anything I've ever seen. There's no need to coat, no need to, the ink is bulletproof.
Well, Mike, we just, on behalf of Komori, I want to thank you for being a customer, being a partner of Komori's, and taking the time today to describe your experience with the press. So thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Mike. You guys are great
Have a great
partners.
day.
Thanks, Mike. And thanks to all the viewers that just witnessed our very first virtual case study. Not 100% perfect, but certainly authentic. So hopefully we delivered can-do and exceeded your expectations. And we truly look forward to hearing your questions and continuing the conversation. So from all of us at Komori, thanks so much. Stay safe.